Happy March, everyone. Welcome back into the card closet for another installment of Cards with a Story. Today's story, unlike the previous stories, is not a happy story. What I have in front of me here is a counterfeit 1948-49 Fleer Ted Williams card. So when I started going back in time trying to get old Red Sox cards prior to, the 60s, 1970 or so, I wanted to start with a bang, so I started going for Ted Williams and was not very careful. Didn't really know what I was doing. Wanted this card, saw it going for pretty high prices, more than I was willing to pay. I saw a couple go in the $50 range, like $55, $60. So when this one came up for bid, I got it for $52. Boy, was I excited. I thought I got a good deal. But when I received it, I was not yet familiar with artificial aging. But when I got it and looked at this, I thought to myself, that looks like it's intentionally been rubbed off, almost with an eraser. It's got almost lines of rub off. And then I started looking at the corners and seeing that they were rounded, almost cookie cutter like, and they had white showing from the interior of the card. And then I got to thinking that actually looks like it might have been rounded with a scissors. And then I got to thinking this card doesn't appear to be legit. Now, I don't own any other 48, 49 Fleer cards to compare it to. So I read the description very carefully of the auction and saw that there was a big old paragraph of text in the description, and halfway through this big paragraph of text explaining their policies and all that combined shipping and all that verbiage that sellers put in there, about halfway through the paragraph was a lowercase r, lowercase p. And that's when it hit me that I'd bought what they were advertising as a reprint. Now, to me, a reprint is an intentionally made reprint of something before. Usually says the word reprint on the card somewhere. It is not done for the sake of deception, but it's made for the sake of people knowing they're buying a newer card that looks like an older card because maybe they know they'll never get the older card. So in my terminology, this is not a reprint, this is a counterfeit, intentionally made to deceive. And I did not contact the seller to return it. When I saw the RP, I realized they had advertised it as a reprint. I didn't see it. And so for $52, I paid a bunch of stupid tax. And I probably got my money's worth since then, to be honest with you, because it's made me much more aware of what's going on. So since I bought the loop, I have taken a look at it under the high magnification. I don't own, like I said, any more Fleer cards from that set, but I do own these Bowmans from 1949. So it's the same as this being, I know there's some debate whether this was released, if the original was released in 1948 or 1949 or both. So the closest thing I have to compare it to is a 1949 Bowman. So let's get out Mr. $5 loop and we'll see how good I can show this on camera. So I'll get this up to the camera like so. Bring the card up, and you can see that. See, this is the red background. Sorry about that. Here we're getting into his cap and face area. Just try to kind of remember what that pattern looks like. Try to get the corner for you so you can see what. This is harder than I thought. Sorry, guys. So there's that corner. See how that looks? Should the inside of the paper be white if it's that old? Shouldn't it be the same color all the way through? What else? We can show you on the back here. Does that print look worn, or does it look like it was just printed faintly to look worn? Okay, so that's Mr. Williams. Now let's take Mr. Dobson here. So this will be legitimate printing technology from 1949. Also a red background, that's why I picked him. See the dot pattern? It's different. It's definitely different. Let's look at his hat. I can do that. Boy, it worked better last time when I held the camera in my hand rather than having it mounted. Here's his cap, his face. See the dot pattern, the print pattern there? Definitely different. See if I can get a corner here. Everything I do is kind of inverted, so that's why I'm failing miserably here. The print is definitely different. And there's what natural wear looks like. Same color. A little bit of fraying that was visible was the same color. So like I said, $52 of stupid tax paid. Big lesson learned. And I do believe in the long run it has saved me a lot because I've become hypersensitive to authenticity since then. And I do take calculated risks on ungraded cards sometimes, but it helps to know which cards are highly counterfeited and which ones people don't bother with. So hopefully you can learn from that. Look for RP. Read all the text in the description of your eBay auctions. And don't pay stupid tax. Hope you have a great March ahead of you all. We will talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye.